Lotus to Alpine. The challenge, where I, throughout the F1 off-season, go from each edition of the current gen of video games from F1 2014 on the 2015 game season all the way up to F1 23, where we have a whole effort of trying to do as well as we can with the Enstone based team. 2 races in, it hasn't been great, and if you're watching this immediately after the Malaysia episode, it didn't get much better. A bad strategy call, and probably deciding to go on to option tyres instead of intermediates when the rain was getting heavier cost me a chance of getting points. So for the second race in a row, we did not get the ideal result. So with this being race 3, hopefully it can turn my fortunes around, but that all depends on how I do in Bahrain. Not an easy race, but it will certainly put my car to the test. It's a much more drier race, definitely. Well, if it rains in Bahrain, I'll be very surprised. We do a challenge where we start from the back and see how we fare in the race. Obviously, I go with the unusual strategy of prime to options, and from there we'll work it out. As we go through the seasons, of course, we'll obviously with this game there was the option to customize our driver. We're stuck with Maldonado for the first couple of seasons, but then after F1 2016, we can customize our team. So it's 1 season per season on each game until we get to F1 22 and 23, when I can do 3 seasons in a row, or even I may change it to F1 21 because that's when Alpine came into F1 as the name, and we may do 3 seasons of 21, 22, and 23. Leading up to the off-season. I mean, 90-something days to complete an off-season. Who knows how far I will go. Right, straight to the race. No need to qualify or practice. I'm just going to trust my car and me to get it done. I am hungry, so I need to eat. I also want to make sure that I get a good night's rest because I'm a busy man tomorrow. We'll do more episodes of this tomorrow. Episodes 4 and 5 will be released tomorrow. And will be recorded and released at the same time tomorrow, and be available for your perusal afterwards.
The cars are ready, the drivers are ready. We hope you're ready as qualifying is about to...
Skip those sessions. I really wish on this. Oh, there's no easy way of getting
qualifying
to the race. But here we go. The aim: get points any way I can. Hopefully. This will be a positive outcome. Well, I can only hope that it does end in a good result this evening.
It's nearly 6 o'clock in the evening here in Sakhir, and that means it's nearly time for the Bahrain Grand Prix. Lewis Hamilton starts on pole today, and with the blistering pace he's shown all weekend long, it shouldn't come as a surprise if he leaves the opposition in his wake during the race today.
It's certainly better for a driver to be out in front, as they're able to drive without having to contend with the dirty air and overheating caused by being sat behind another car.
How does Nico Rosberg go about finding the time he was lacking at the end of qualifying in today's race?
Well, he's got to stay within touching distance of the lead during the first stint, and then look to capitalise as the car becomes lighter and the tyre degradation eases.
Rosberg and Hamilton again leading the race. Let's see how we do.
Okay,
22nd.
Can you hear me? When I was starting where we hopped, so you need to be aggressive today. Push your way through the field.
Oh, and a gearbox probably had to adjust it so we could save the tyres for the race. I need as many tyres as I can get. Let's go, let's go, let's go. It's turn 1. Bollard stuck in my car, fantastic. Got around Jean-Eric Verne, we've made some good progress already. It's a very clear gap between the few. On this side of Jensen Button, got round him, ahead of Raikkonen. Let's turn into the next corner, and we're in. Great start, 22nd to 8th. Good start, good start. Trying to build on this. He really needs to get a move on.
chance of rain now. If the situation changes, we'll let you know.
Rain? What do you mean rain? What happened in the last round? I don't want to think about rain. Raikkonen, faster car. It's got the pace. Oh, he didn't get the chance to line up and I knocked into him. Hopefully not too much damage from it. Don't want to burn up my tyres. Okay, good. Survived that. Don't want to burn up my tyres chasing Raikkonen. Oh, I might end up burning them by just missing apexes!
Okay, we have a Lotus from race control. They believe you were at fault for that collision and have handed us a 5-second time penalty.
Just when things couldn't get any worse. Okay, I ran wide fine, but even then...
Go now.
Right, fresh primes. We'll change onto options later on in the race. But...
Up to speed now. Let's get some heat.
Oh! Ricardo! Just... I get that, yes, it was an incident, but I got locked onto his wheels. I couldn't turn out of the spin. Locking up going into that corner really didn't help. So that's undid all the good work I did at the start. Right, got to settle in again and try and progressively close the gap. Partially can't because he's rolling around without a front wing. Which was not my fault. Again, locked up, didn't know he was there, could have avoided it, but... Anyway, it's done, it's done.
You've taken P21.
He could have pitted Ricardo
Race officials have enabled DRS.
right after
DRS
I
is now
turned my car around. But he decided, no, I want to continue for another lap. And now that's what's happened. Lucky for him. Going to review that footage there, see if I did not take the apex, either because I broke so late or because it was something serious. Not too much there. Alright, fair enough, I will take that. Got a 5-second penalty as well, so I'm going to have to work extremely hard.
a new set of prime tyres fitted. Prime tyres.
I'm going to have to really work hard to avoid finishing under 5 seconds of the car behind or ahead of me. Or actually behind me in this case, because I need to wait until whenever I pits. I'm going to try and retain track position. Miles clear of Ricardo. Starting to close the gap on Esteban Gutierrez, who, thanks to Maldonado, actually, at this point,
Your brakes are overheating. Softer on the brakes. We might run into problems.
trying to warm the front a bit. Catching the Salva. So great car, just really turn in when I want it to turn. Seems like it's already applying the brakes a little too hard. Still a long way to go. Well, in this case, a long way to go. 10 laps remaining.
Okay, about a quarter of our starting fuel is now being used, so that's 3/4 remaining. 3/4.
3.8 to Gutierrez. Come on, we can close the gap.
We have a much stronger pace than Gutierrez. Keep this up.
3.5 seconds to close the gap.
Ricardo is lapping faster than you. He's gaining on you by 0.5 a lap. 0.5 a lap.
But he's miles behind and won't catch me anytime soon. So, I mean, not worry about that. He chose to stay up for another lap after hitting me at turn on lap 1. So that's going to mean that we're through this stage of the race, closing the time to get to Gutierrez. For sure I can overtake him. Got him. Not within a second, I think, so I have to do it into turn 3.
Okay, options for your next stop. The window opens in 2 laps time. 2 laps.
Yeah, we're going to do it a bit longer than that. So the track position is what I want, and I'm on tyres that are a lap younger than everybody else's, so I'm going to stay out 2 more laps. I won't pit on the next lap, at the end of the next lap. Just need that. I need to get as much back from losing P8 from this spin. That's through Gutierrez. Oh, things the leaders are getting.
Okay, update on the car for you. Tyres are looking very nice. Shouldn't have to worry about the wear too much right now. Rosberg has just made a pass for the lead.
That's Hamilton pitted. Oops. Lots of understeer. folks ahead. I feel this will take a long time to get those points. Really, really, really long time. But we'll work to it. We'll get there. DRS, but make use of it because the cars ahead have got it here. Should stay in a second.
We've burned off around 40% of fuel now, so that's 60% remaining.
Oh, that was narrow, but we got the move.
Tomorrow, so gearing up for a pit stop. Not sure which driver yet. Slower in sector 2. Try for the overtake through sector 2.
Never mind, I've done it in sector 3. Job done. DRS, and I get a few positions. Grosjean's coming out. Oh, can I get him? I got Chilton. Grosjean's there.
Remember, you made it look easy.
God, I actually stayed ahead after all that. Come from so far back. He's got the outside line. Yep, the ideal line.
Okay, at this rate we'll finish with a little extra fuel, so you have some in hand to run a faster engine mode for a bit.
Oh, shoot. I nudged him, but the move is done.
Pit in.
This lap, one after. I was going to pit in this lap, I think. Damn it.
Okay, we're halfway through our fuel load. Halfway. Okay, we're starting to see a bit of tire wear. You shouldn't have too much trouble for the time being, but the grip is going to start falling away. Pit window is about to close.
What if I stay out until the very end? It would help, but we need to build a gap.
Okay, fitting options on your next stop.
Something happened to Grosjean. He's losing ground. He's got to get him. Lad's got to get him. Raikkonen is there. But he's got the Ferrari well booted up. He's got to pick those option tyres, and otherwise I'd be disqualified, and that would not help my race.
Box this lap.
I'm going to trust that those lot will stay racing until the end. It really upsets my strategy, especially. We have that incident with Ricardo. onto the options. Well, 3 laps won't take super long. But I am going to have to work like clockwork to get those guys who I was racing for 14th. 14th. Stream of points is going to be a little bit more loftier than I'd hoped for. Baggage of knowing I'd bump and bash into everybody I race. These option tyres have to get me to the end. So for actually we'll get me to the end, but I have, more or less what I'm hoping was to get to the guys ahead of Ericsson. Try and set up a good lap. So help us do that.
Okay, we've lost over half of our initial fuel load now. We're down to 40% fuel.
All that skittish Caterham won't stay ahead for long. That one done.
You've taken P19. You've taken the P19. You need to cool your brakes. Go easier on them into the corners.
Nope.
The car behind is on standard revs. The car behind is running standard revs.
Fast revs, I'm super catchy right now. Trying to get Grosjean first. That's it too. Well, I'm going to need to find time in that second and third sector. Those lads up there are holding each other up in trees. Six looks two looks up nicely. Let's see if I can get to Grosjean now. I need to see if I can seize the opportunity. It's a second to last corner and the final corner. There we go, that's one. Now I have a chance. just enough to make it to the finish. I also jumped just enough to close that gap. Especially Grosjean second to Bianchi, and those cars ahead. One is Chilton, and the two in between. So basically this is a Marussia sandwich. I can't believe I'm saying this. Racing Mauritius, respectfully. I shouldn't be here. But I am, and I've caused an incident. Sorry, Jules. I got past him, but anyway, it hasn't hindered me too much. Don't remember I got a 5-second penalty as well.
Hamilton's out in front. Good job, nice overtake. You're into P15, that's P15. Williams are prepping to receive one of their cars. They're crawling out to the pit lane.
Gotta get clear. Oh, 5 seconds clear. Can't believe I'm saying this. To keep P14. It wouldn't be my highest finish of the season, but it would mean a lot just from the adversity I had to deal with earlier. Oh, I actually just got past Chilton, mind you. Absolutely not gonna get near that. 5 seconds.
We've gone through a good 90% of our initial load. 10% of fuel remains.
Four seconds. Oh, it's going to be close. I think I've just about stayed clear of Kobayashi. And I'm going to keep P14. Track extended my way a lot in this race. From adversity, at least we hit the objective. At least we've hit the objective. P14. It's not something I should be celebrating, but it's a result. At least it's a result.
No one could compete with the Mercedes today as they take home another race win.
Ultimately, it's all about whoever reaches the checkered flag first, and today was his day.
That's it for today's Grand Prix, and from Ant and I, it's goodbye and see you again next time.
Oh, I'm disappointed. Ricardo and I colliding really screwed the race up for us. Both got penalties as well. Still, I'll wait for points continues. 9 points today. Lotus remain on a big fat 0, but China next, and hopefully that will give us a chance to close that gap even further. Try and get into that top 5 in the next couple of races. That's the aim. But on a personal level, in terms of getting past the Maldonado into the championship picture, I'm kidding. We'll try and get him some points in China. So, after that, and the relative shambles of that race, that's the end of episode 3. As always, it's been a pleasure bringing the mess of a Grand Prix to you. China is next up on the list, and we'll hope to get a good result in Shanghai. So from me, thanks as always for joining me in this Lotus Alpine Challenge. We hope you enjoyed seeing me struggle, suffer, however you wish to view it. But the recovery was just as good as the suffering, and hopefully we'll get some points in the next round. So please drop a like, subscribe for more, and I'll see you very soon. Thanks, goodbye.